want to liven things up? You know me, I
We
like
want
to
to thank all of our
color.
presenters, and we hope you enjoyed session 5.
Yeah,
Eat an
we,
afternoon snack, stop by the junior hallway or near
This guy's
room
got a
107 to
radio.
purchase
I'm telling
coffee,
you,
water,
I
and
thought it
other
was an
snack
adult.
options.
I do
Session
too.
6 will begin in just 5 minutes.
Great
It's a
voice.
kid.
Holly, on that
Yeah.
note, we had a language teacher in here earlier who was talking about and envisioned using it. She was, when she had time to mess around with it, she was doing a tour of Spain, her places in Spain. She's a Spanish teacher. Graphically appealing, the way it just takes you into the presentation, much better, much more quality. We also had another teacher who actually made a page in here and had an immediate response. So we'll talk to you a little bit about that later. Anybody else? This was just an idea to get you guys thinking about and talking about where you are and how you use things, and hopefully when you leave here, not only will you have a better idea of how to use Adobe, but you'll have some ideas that you might not have thought of. That's the whole point of this. So with that, thank you for playing. Sit down, and Stephanie will give you the overview of what's under the hood with Adobe Spark. In the hood and under the hood.
So we are presenting on this screen with Adobe Spark. So it kind of gives you an idea a little bit of one of the platforms through Adobe Spark. This is specifically called the page or web page. So as you look here, this is my account that I just have some samples in. You can kind of get an overview. So this is our presentation that's living there. So it's colored blue and it's indicated in page. There's video and then there's post. But just in general, with all of the three areas, the post, the video, and the web page, it's very user friendly. So the time to actually create is really spending the time with the content that you're putting into it. You're not wasting time with the graphics or aligning or the reason I went to this was I was using Publisher for a newsletter, and I spent a lot of time just kind of lining things up, and I felt like I was wasting time, and I wasn't spending time with the content, but more of the logistics of the program. So I went to the hub and asked the experts, two of our kiddos that are experts through the Academy of Finance, hey, what's another platform we can maybe explore? And they showed me that. So it's been very, we've learned a lot. We have a running list of questions that we still need to navigate some of the information through, but very user-friendly. It saves your project automatically in one place. So everything is right there. The collecting of data. So you can kind of get an idea of some of the projects here that we have. At the bottom, it shows you the numbers. So it shows you how many favorites. Where did, oh, a little more. 316 views, 22 appreciations. So you can get an idea of, if you're sharing it with your parents, of your kiddos, or with your students, how many people are viewing it. My intention was with this was just to see if it was being viewed at all, keeping it simple. It connects when you go to publish and share the link. We'll show you here in a second. 2 other platforms. So if you have Google Classroom, if you have Twitter, if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, or you can just grab the link and pull it into whatever you're doing. We had an elementary teacher that uses Class Dojo. She literally embedded the link today to her graphic and already had parents viewing it. She's like, before she left, she had 3 views on it today, which was pretty neat. So, in terms of that, this is the web page option. This is just a split screen here. This is the glide show feature of the web page, so the graphic is laying behind it, kind of zooms in, the text overlays it. The transitions are really smooth. The clarity of the pictures, there's a ton of free pictures to find. You can get into your own and upload your own pictures as well. But the free pictures are definitely something that are great. The colors, the clarity. So like I said, that's the newsletter or web page. The video, we'll show you a quick video here. Very simple video that we created that you can embed into the web page. So the web page you can embed videos in. And then we also have the graphic option. So we have newsletter, web page, video, and then the graphic option is just like a one-pager, a flyer, an advertisement. So we'll show you a little bit of that as well. But here's just a very brief video that we had created to give you an idea of how you can embed it right into something, or it can live separate somewhere else. You can pull in the free photos, you can embed it right into there, you can bring in your own photos.
That's a drag.
Person with the most hair.
So when you go to initially create,
You take that off, please.
You can't unsee it, Rob. Forget it. You can't unsee it. That was in Trapper's room, by the way. He has mannequins. It's interesting.
so when you go to create, we'll get you into your account here in a little bit, but I just want to show you a couple of things. But with the video specifically, it gives you templates you can choose from right off the bat, which is kind of nice if you don't have, or you can just go start from scratch, which is another option, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for ideas, it gives you a ton of opportunities there. It gives you a brief overview if you want some more information. So right in here, you can adjust the time. So if you want the slides to be different, you can record right over it. You can do the different options in terms of the layouts here. You can pick your themes, so there's different themes that you can choose. You can resize it, it has music right there that you can pull right into it. When you go to share it, you can also download it. You can pick your category of what you want. The one thing is, once you create a link, if you have that video, let's say, and you created and published your link and it's living in your Google Classroom perhaps, and you made changes to your video, you have to recreate that link. So it doesn't necessarily continue to talk to that link once it's published. So that is another piece. Another question that came up.
Will it go right to the old one, or will the link not work anymore?
The link will still work, it'll still live, but if you added like a couple more slides to it, you're gonna wanna bring that link to wherever you need it to be. Yeah. So when you go to publish and share your link, so there are your options that you can just pull it right to your classroom, your Twitter, your Facebook. So if you have a graphic or a flyer that you've created, you have a Twitter account, you wanted to get it out to parents or community or whatever it may be, you can link your accounts right there. You can just grab the link and pull the link and put it into whatever other platform you may be using. That's just a brief overview of video. The other feature of the back to the web page is the photo grid. So you can pull in your own photos, or those were free photos that we had throughout. He is not really the mascot. That was just for the 12 days.
I could be, though. Could be.
So that's the photo grid option in the web page. The other option is the graphic. So you can embed a graphic into the web page. But when you go to create a graphic, again, the graphic is more just like a flyer, a one-pager. It gives you templates, it gives you categories, what's featured, there's education, food, business, or again, the start from scratch. Depends on what you're looking for. Gives you formats that are more compatible with some of the resources or some of the platforms. You can pull in multiple photos at once or upload your own photos to create.
How long of a video will they let you?
I'm not sure in terms of the length of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So again, I just clicked on 3 photos for this graphic, and it gave a template just pretty generic, but you can change the template there that it gives you. Again, clarity is very user-friendly. Isn't that nice? I didn't even, took
Yeah.
3 seconds to click 3 pictures, right? And then you put your text in. Your design, your colors,
Yeah.
your layout. When you go to download it, the neat thing too is you can download it as a PDF. So if you just want like a copy in your classroom, or if you have little kiddos and they have folders and they need to send something home, or athletes or extracurriculars and you need to send something home, you can print it and save it as a PDF, or save it as a PDF and even pull it into your other platforms too, if you want. And again, everything, so you'll see it's saved right there. The 2 that I just kind of toyed with, you can save it there. You hover, oops, wait, press that if you hover over it and you really don't like to have the clutter of things, you can delete it right away, you can duplicate it, you can download it. The one thing that came up, somebody asked, can it be collaborative? Fortunately, not to my knowledge at this point, so if you have two kids that you want to work on a graphic together, there's not an option with that at this point. Trying to make it up. Questions so far?
In the beginning, you said there's a post, a video, and then what was the other thing?
Graphic,
Yep.
Just a graphic.
Yeah.
Okay.
web page,
No, sorry.
video, and
The
graphic.
post is a graphic. So when you see, it says post here, but when you go to create, they're used interchangeably as graphic. So
Okay.
post and graphic are the same. Web page
Is what this is.
is what that is, and then video. So when you look at your saved project, so there's the three options. So there's video. So page is the web page or the presentation here. The post is the one pager or the graphic and the video for there. Any questions so far? At this point. All right. Yeah.
If a student creates a video on a phone, that's something that can still be,
Yeah, if it's in their Google Drive, if they can put it into the Google Drive, they can pull it into
so that's
there.
what Google Drive first, and there's enough, let's say, I know this is free for us, there's enough there where if 80 students made a video, it's not gonna be an issue with where the video is posted.
I believe so, and it probably depends on the length of it, yeah. The one thing too, I know, the premium accounts too, I know we've been working on, I believe we're getting very close to having premium access, which means more choices of text and fonts and different things like that. For now, we just kind of have a standard, option with that. I know in terms of elementary, how many elementary teachers do we have? A couple? Robin Don was in the session earlier and she said, somebody had asked the question, well, what about they don't really have email accounts, but they have accounts, what does that look like? She said contact her, let her know like your specific class. If it's a library media specialist and she's doing something with all of 6th grade or just your kiddos, let her know. So on the back end, they can work with IAS to get those kids. So once they log into their accounts, they can go to Adobe Spark, kind of what you're gonna do here in a second, and then they'll be able to navigate through that. So you're gonna have that option as well. All right, so we're gonna get into, you're gonna create, we're gonna give you 15 minutes or so to start creating something for your respective roles, and we'll show you how to do that. So if you could go to Google first and just type in Adobe Spark.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Since I think January or something like that, my photo viewer on my desktop doesn't allow me to open up photos anymore.
Yeah, I already signed up for this one.
This is Adobe, Gretch. I don't know anything about that.
Well, that's just something, I'm thinking about how to import my own photos. I have a ton of photos that are.
Can you put them in your Google Drive?
Yeah.
Bring
That's
them
what I
right
did, Greg. With all the photos I work with, like I worked on a couple today, they're in my drive. I didn't get them from my desktop, so I shared them into my drive. I uploaded them into my drive, my Google.
I can't even view the photos to see what they are. To
Do you
upload
have them anywhere else?
They're on my flash drive.
You maybe,
Yeah, you can
check
pull
on
them.
Joe over here. See if you have that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah.
photo viewer on the computer
Sure.
doesn't work anymore.
Hmm.
And I put a SOS out to the IS department and they said, SOL.
So, when you go, we don't have your answers, sorry.
That was good.
When you go to log in with a school account. So you're gonna click that, and then you're gonna type in your school email, and then you're gonna click Enterprise ID.
So we're continuing with Google? What did you say?
Yeah, go to log in with the school account.
Oh.
Type in your email. You should be good. And try to figure out if you want to use, if you want to do like the one pager, the post, if you want to create a video or a web page.
Enterprise or Adobe ID? What did you say?
And also, when you choose what part of the platform you would like to use and start working on your things, questions that come up, let us know, because we have a running document. Again, I'm super new with this. Stephanie has just been using it for the last year or so, but there's a lot of answers we don't know, but we will get you the answers and we'll we'll somehow communicate those out. And again, when premium comes along, I'm sure there'll be more advanced capabilities than we have now. No, not necessarily. No, you're in the right screen. So,
Oh yeah, it's gonna look different than this. Yours is gonna be all the templates in front of you. If you go to the bottom, you can do the start from scratch option.
You can either create a
As
graphic,
well,
create a
but
web page,
we're
or
gonna
create a
spend some
video.
time just kind of creating what you think you may use it for.
Yes, okay. Oh, all the way, at the first page you get in, scroll all the way down at the bottom, and you'll have three
You're
options.
right.
I didn't do that either.
But
Anybody's having trouble, just raise your hand.
What is Stephanie said at Enterprise?
Say it again, Laura.
At Enterprise? I already had an account, so I have to do it something different than the school account?
wouldn't let you go to the website.
Okay. Oh,
Whatever you want. So this
It's
is my,
not like the
this,
school account.
right, this is my instruction.
Well, that's
of
what you
it
used to
is.
do.
Okay.
The enterprise.
Right.
It's no longer in this.
When I signed in, I just
Right,
continued.
it's in your
forward.
other-
Right.
I didn't sign in for you.
So you're
There's
just
nothing we're gonna get.
No, because it'll welcome me the same way. Hey
You
Kathleen.
might have done
Okay.
it before,
Hi, Jamie.
because I have to meet.
Okay.
Because I created an account before the school.
And then if you go all the way down, that's where you'll begin.
See, I did this like a couple.
From whatever you would like to start to create. Like I
And
created
then
2
just
pictures
log
today
in
in here.
out with this.
The web page is great for presentation. I mean, it all depends on what you're using it for, you know? I like it too, because I mean, it doesn't lose its, I mean, look nice that it doesn't. Look at that, isn't that great?
Yep, there it
It's
is.
the- And it's the same.
Oh, no,
It
it's-
doesn't change your presentation just because it's not.
No, this is the one that I was doing.
Because that's where parents are living, and you're gonna live there with parents too, if you send them something, oh, look at that, oh, I love that.
Goes through Adobe.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
If you click on that, mitosis, will it
Yes.
bring you to
So
the-
this is, so that when they, in order to know what they did, that's what they clicked on.
Right.
And then what they did. Yeah, and then what they did, they hit this, and then I got them into.
Can you
Right.
scroll down?
No, that's it.
It's living somewhere.
It's right. So that's, so I gotta, I'll talk about it. Help me out. Yeah, I know, yeah. Oh.
Right, exactly. I would say it in real miles, and
Another nice thing too, at the end of your whole presentation, it gives you the credits. So when you pull in those pictures, it automatically does it for you. So if you want to see, like if kids are creating stuff, you can kind of see which websites it came from. Or a lot of times we just use all the pictures from Adobe. So it's kind of nice that it does that for you.
right, you don't get that on Google.
No. Right. Right, right.
Do you have any font options, or is that it?
It should be up at the top, isn't it?
It's
Or-
with the,
Oh,
I found it.
oh, we did,
Another,
Oh, you mean when
like,
you
I have
click
two
text?
accounts. So, like, so
yeah,
for
it's
instance,
got
Secondary
on
maybe?
this account, which I went in through the enterprise,
okay.
and the Google one is the one that I started at the conference.
Gotcha.
So,
It was living under your.
so I have to go through the enterprise in order to get to the ones, to get to these.
Okay.
Remove it?
I just,
Gotcha.
that's what it was. All right,
Good, well,
so,
I'm glad you found it.
yeah, I don't know why it would, okay, 'cause it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it
Added
connects
this
to
text
school
box.
versus like.
Versus, yeah, because I want to be through the school, because this is where the kids are from.
Right.
I didn't use it.
Let me get this.
See a picture,
Yep, I see what you're saying.
connect it, and I did it on each one, and let me save it.
And it's even your Google Drive.
Yeah, work for you?
Now I'm trying to do, save this.
I even found two when I was on a desktop. It recognized,
Yeah.
I know, it recognizes different.
Right.
Too.
So when I click on it, how do I see this picture now? And let me do it on the other, or is it because it's copyrighted?
Like right. Is there,
I did.
like, anything to hover?
No.
Jamie, what's the principal's Twitter,
Anything.
Twitter
Right. So
LHS?
here, visit
Yeah.
Share, maybe?
LHS principal?
No.
I believe so. Let me look it up.
I hit it, it just goes, I don't know
Oh,
what
it
it
might
goes.
flag it, so you can see it.
You don't have one just like
I
for
think it's
the,
LHS principal. I think that's what it is.
you don't have one just for the high school, like generic, it's, that's the
I
one.
think so. LHS principal? Twitter? I'm almost
Can you go to
100%.
share, like that share?
Stephanie's looking it up right now.
Okay, thanks. I didn't realize she was here too.
It's probably just gonna share.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
LCSDHC Prince.
Yeah, LCSD,
God, I was way off.
LHS
That's
print,
it.
yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, now I gotta see if I can find the Lancaster PAD.
Chris, an email? Control. It won't work.
Hope that's Lancaster, New York.
Need a mouse.
Well, it does have a very quick, that's how I got this one. That's why I don't understand, I got the bill going. And it's just copyrighted.
How do I select?
Oh, there we go.
Alright. I wanna make everything.
That color?
No.
Yeah, but it's basically,
She's like, I think this could be a black hole.
How do I select all of this? Word cell. Because they don't have a word, it's a word.
Aaron.
Select the whole thing.
Fire meeting, August 13th. The arena.
Because it's a selected, rather than selected. But I don't know how to select them. See, you don't.
You don't want it listed.
No, I wanted that.
Oh, I usually start,
I can't get it to go to the. Over here, you'll see it. Oh, I see.
I would just, I would, we would just change the
double spaced everything.
Oh, you want that?
I want that.
It's in your account, so you just click share.
Control. How do you describe it? See?
So you share it.
See how these, I don't know if that's gonna work in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the Google Chrome function.
Right, right. Sure,
Crap, I did it again.
yeah, they're gonna just give permission once you're shared.
This was, I mentioned this was like really flyer, like a lot of really fish fries. Stuff like that, and then everyone lost out because it's tomorrow's board parade.
But that took way too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, here you go.
Now, can you center it?
Now, can you drag it?
No, I want to center that with that.
I got it in last night.
You know, but it's still like that.
Yeah, I figured.
No, just trying to protect that.
Word, center it in the box. There we go.
Mine's,
Yes.
Google Docs, so I don't know if I can copy.
And at least you could manage it. They could at least view it.
you got your drag. There?
They could, let's say,
In Spark?
That's why I went back there with my friend, I'll tell you, we did control.
oh, and then do it on
Do it on there, so I don't know.
Let's try it. Add it via the Google Drive and add it. Kids shoot something on their phone, puts it in their Google Drive.
I just started
And then they wanna do a
today. I'm like, let me just look share it or whatever. If I wanted to add.
I feel like I'm in selling tours.
They can grab it.
Take another, please.
Perfect. Quick to the dance floor. And pour me another champagne, Scotty.
Now, their video is in the Google Drive. We'll have a look at it.
So you're gonna get like screen classify it as a video, voiceover.
So where is everybody that, well, maybe I got it here.
Yes.
I want those chimes off.
They would put a share. They would grab
I think I retweeted that already, right? I did. Did.
With that, yeah.
Did.
Like this. So that we can grab it.
I just, this time I tried doing it, I don't know, because I couldn't get subscripts
Okay.
into
Yeah, a matching related, like, constructive.
Right, so I copied and pasted.
You're right.
Right, I've never worked out going from social media to
Alright, we are going to kind of group here and share out a couple of the things that you may be working on. So we hope potentially, there's always the stumbling blocks of different things and trying to navigate how it may work in your world. Science and math, the symbols sometimes, there's things with that. One thing potentially the collaboration. So there are some little hiccups here and there, but overall it's pretty user friendly. But we're gonna just kind of tap into some of the things that you guys are thinking, because if somebody was originally thinking something and they need another idea, so we're gonna just ask a few of you to maybe share out, and then that'll be all for today. But what are some things that you guys are working on, or ideas, thoughts?
Cleaning up my Google slides to make them look nicer.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sean.
I just had, what I did with my kids, I had them create websites on mitosis instead of doing it on paper or whatever else. They went on and created their websites, and they shared it with me in their, my Google Classroom, so I pulled it up.
Cool. So you had them create one of these.
I had them
for-
create it, yeah.
Awesome. Scott?
We just had our second grade orientation the last couple of nights, and one thing we could add to it would be a video or a movie talking about all the things that we know.
Sure. Nice. What else? Other ideas? Dan?
So working on a link as the Boys Across the Summer program, so kind of making like a nice, even flyers, things like that, so sending it out, emails, things like that, so our presentation of the program, it's not a backyard event.
Right.
Try to-
Right. Yeah. Picture clarity is pretty cool.
Good rep.
Go ahead.
It's easy to input the YouTube videos. Like the videos are like so easy.
Yeah, so that was something, when you go to add a video to, if it's the web page, the plus sign in between here, you can click video, and then you just bring the link right over into this too. And then that's where that lives, right? So it's kind of, it's nice.
Is there a way to trim it? Like trim the video?
In video, yes,
Okay.
not in the web page. It's just gonna bring the whole link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add,
Right.
and then bring the link over.
Yeah. What else? What are some other ideas that you guys were working on?
I was coming up with a poster for the classroom, for classroom rules.
Oh, cool.
Having major trouble with the editing of words and text.
Gotcha. Trying to navigate. Cool.
Major trouble.
What else? Other ideas?
Could you show one more time how you edited the video, please?
Yeah, so if you made the video or found it to bring a link?
Made it.
Yeah, sure. So when you go into, you're gonna click.
I'm sorry, let me rewind. Found it on the Let's go there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if I wanted to add, right in here, I'm on web page. So then they give the plus sign in between. There's a split layout, there's the glide show, the photo grid, video, button, or video. Like with the button though, it's literally, it's a round image with a text that you can put over it and hyperlink a video that way. But if you want it to show up in your presentation, you can do that and then just grab the link from wherever and put it there. What we did was we created a link in Adobe, created a video in Adobe, and then it generates a link. So then we pulled our link into here to put it into the web page.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. So that's right here. So we had just grabbed the video link that we had created under the video option. Other options, what are you guys thinking? Two more ideas. What do you think?
I'm just pulling up and trying to make a video for the cultural awareness class. And we're studying the Pacific Islands, the people there. And I don't know, I got a couple of nice pictures. And started putting in some text. The text is a little yeah, yeah, I can't exactly manipulate it exactly the way I want to, but it's just get used to it, for
Right.
sure.
Right. That might be the difference too with the premium and just standard too. There might be more options or more ways to manipulate the text. Cool. All right, well, that's all we have. We hope you got a few ideas. Awesome, yeah, thank you. From here, whatever your role, coach, teacher, clerical, parents, Jamie's working on a family album. So whatever you may think, we had somebody there's a cool idea earlier, a teacher that teaches seniors. He has pictures of them currently, and he pulls in their e-school younger pictures, and at the end of the year, he has like a before, after, like slideshow, at the end of the year to celebrate their successes a little bit. So, there's different ways instructionally or just professionally in general. So stay tuned for premium if you really like it.